Everybody, it's me, Taryn Eileen, and welcome back to our Nancy Drew Let's Play. Today we are actually starting a new game. This one is the White Wolf of Icicle Creek, one of my favorites. Um, here's our case file. Um, okay, so we head to Icicle Creek Lodge, a small guest lodge deep in the Canadian Rockies of Alberta, Canada, and try to figure out why so many accidents have been happening around here. Okay. So let's just go. We have a new screen, as you can see. A new screen set up
When
here.
Chantal told me you were just a young thing, well, I thought she was pulling my leg. But you're not much older than my little girl, Freddie.
Well, if one of the people at the lodge is to blame for all those accidents, Chantal thinks somebody like me has a better chance of figuring out who it is than somebody more, hard-nosed.
Chantal has a bad habit of making up her mind without thinking things clear through. No need for you to tell her I said that, of course.
Is she still in Edmonton?
Afraid so. Insurance company's giving her and her lawyers a real hard time. Left running the lodge up to me. Which is why I'm not real crazy about the idea of having somebody new underfoot, especially if something else happens.
I won't be underfoot, Mr. Randall, and I may be young, but I'm no novice when it comes to solving mysteries.
We're here, so you'll get to prove yourself soon enough. You hear that? Well, now, what was that?
Ooh. That's not good.
Was anyone in the bunkhouse when it exploded?
No, ma'am. Everyone here at the lodge is accounted for.
That's where Elsa and Becky had been living. Guess it was a good thing they quit after all. Elsa was my maid and Becky was my cook. Does the sheriff have any idea why the bunkhouse exploded?
He said he'd know more after the lab was done running tests on the debris he'd collected. He did say the blast was pretty powerful.
One of his deputies found the knob to the back door clear out on the highway.
Oh, that does it. Nancy, you have to find out who or what is behind these incidents, and you have to do it fast.
You sure you don't want to give your daddy a call?
My dad runs a whole chain of resorts, Ollie. If you think I'm going to admit to him that I can't handle running just one, guess again. Besides, Nancy comes highly recommended, and I'm sure she's got a foolproof plan for getting to the bottom of this. Don't you, Nancy?
Well, I was thinking that maybe I'd just be your new maid.
You want to be my maid?
That would give me access to everyone's room, and I could question people without making them overly suspicious.
Oh, yeah, that's an excellent idea. All right, you're my new maid. In fact, you're my new cook, too.
Your cook?
Well, that way, Ollie can stop pretending he can even read a recipe, let alone follow one. You'll have even more excuses to talk to the guests, and I won't have to pay anyone.
Why, I think that's a fine idea, ma'am.
Now, we're not taking any more guests until this accident thing is cleared up. So I want both of you to make sure that the 4 guests we have are well taken care of. Especially that Olympic caliber cross-country skier from Fredonia, Yanni Volstaya. The flair he brings to the lodge is just what I need to attract the European jet-setting crowd.
I'm gonna be pretty busy trying to get rid of that wolf, Chantal.
We heard it howl last night, just before the bunkhouse blew up.
Well, do whatever you have to, Ollie. Oh, and Nancy, I want you to call this police detective I've hired as a consultant. I put his number on the phone there at the lodge. In fact, I think you know him. Tino Balducci? I gotta go. My lawyer's here. Good luck, you guys, and keep me posted. Coming!
Tino Balducci.
We don't want to talk to him.
I'll get you a master key and leave it in your room. If you need anything else, I'll be in the basement.
I love this game. It's just so cozy. So we have a clock now.
This must be the key Ollie said he'd leave for me. And this must be a list of which guest is in what room. That'll come in handy.
We are in the QQ room. There's the Kala Kala, the Olali, Chinook, which is vacant, Ina, and Pish Pish. Maid duties, daily cleaning, pick up laundry bag at the front desk available after 5:45 a.m. Enter the clean only those rooms displaying the housekeeping sign. Make the bed, remove used towels and washcloths. All rooms displaying the housekeeping sign must be cleaned no later than noon. When finished, drop the laundry bag down the chute at the top of the stairs by the
Skating
restroom.
pond maintenance. Oh, looks like I'm going to be doing a little bit of everything while I'm here.
Okay, so the pond must be shoveled after every snowfall. Some sections of ice will be very thin due to hot spring activity. Pay close attention to the color of the ice and only shovel off those areas which are safe to skate on. The shade of the ice will reveal how many adjacent ice grids have dangerously thin ice. Be sure to mark these areas with an orange safety cone and never step on one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I think that's kind of like Minesweeper if you've ever played that. So basically it tells you how many ice around it is not safe. So like if the color's like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's going to be 5 different squares that aren't safe. Yeah, so here's more. This color means that there are 3 patches of thin ice nearby. 1, 2, oh, so 1, 2, 3. This color means that there is 1 patch nearby. Okay.
Report all avalanches to the Avalanche Patrol.
Report any criminal activity. The sauna should remember that heat and moisture sometimes causes the door to the sauna to stick and should periodically check to make sure no guests are stuck inside. Breakfast is served from 7 to 8. Lunch is served, okay, so 7 to 8:15 is breakfast. Because I'm in charge of all this. Lunch is served from noon to 1. And dinner is served from 6 to 7. Goodness gracious. Do I start all this now or... Like, do I start that today?
Chantal, this is my formal notice of resignation. Please call me at 555-2383 if you expect any delay with a check. Elsa.
I don't know if I need to write this down or not, but I'm going to. Okay. Yeah, I have those numbers. Yeah, it's gonna make me write all these numbers down. There's the laundry bag.
Looks like Elsa was having major boyfriend problems.
L. I wonder who this L is. L. Okay, well, I need to get this done by noon. Yeah, so this one needs cleaning. Let's see, we need to make the bed. And grab the towels. All of the wild. Oh, there's some paint here. And then some like archaeology tools. I need to grab the key every time, or can I? Okay, bed is made. World champion venue remains a mystery. Winter sports. Nope, I don't. Okay. I actually wouldn't mind being like a maid to some cozy resort like this. Like it's just so cozy and nice, you know? Like I wouldn't want to be a maid in like some like Motel 5 or 7 or I don't know what they're called. Motel 8? Is that what it is? Oh, I need to dump it down
This must be where I drop the laundry bag after I'm done cleaning all the rooms.
Oh. So next thing is lunch at noon. Figure out where I go for that.
Not time for kitchen duty yet.
Right there.
Bone which Trapper Dan found near the lodge. He believed it came from a race of giants known as Rexes. The bone's not there. Wonder what happened to it.
Well, the one guy had archaeology tools.
Snowshoes owned and used by Trapper Dan in early 1900s. Young and old alike have stayed at Icicle Creek Lodge throughout its 100-year history. Looks like some of the pictures are missing.
Hey, we learned about Lizzie Applegate in the third Nancy Drew game. Message in a Haunted Mansion. There we go. Reportedly came in handy when in 1905 a heavy pelt tax was levied on fur trappers and Trapper Dan added hidden chambers, passageways, and hard-to-open locks to the lodge to facilitate his smuggling operation. Oh, suggestions from Lizzie Applegate. I don't know why that's important. Pig.
Trapper Dan, seen here with his pet pig, Mary.
A pet piggo, huh?
Trapper Dan's needle.
He built this monument not far from the lodge. Why he built it remains a mystery. Theodore Roosevelt and Trapper Dan. Okay. And we need to get these to a certain thing, huh? Let's see, I don't want to miss anything. Top story, 4 people were forced to check out early from Icicle Creek Lodge after becoming violently ill. Edmund Farringdale, 41, his wife Ginny, 38, and their 9-year-old daughter Sue of Westwood, New Jersey, and Betsy Sills, 58, of Calgary, Alberta, were admitted to Pineville Hospital early yesterday morning with suspected food poisoning. Lab tests performed on the food samples removed from the lodge confirmed the presence of salmonella bacteria in the potato salad, which all 4 consumed. They are expected to make a full recovery. Yikes. Ooh, there's some people. We'll talk to you in a second. Just want to make sure that I see everything like that I need to see. There's another person. Hello. There's the sauna.
I'm just going to stand here and absorb the warmth.
Is there anything in there? No. Oh, and there's him.
I should put on a coat before I go outside.
Okay. Be on the lookout for the missing bone. Keep an eye out for 2 pictures that are missing. Pick up laundry.
Check.
Read all the employee instructions. Take a really good look around all the guest rooms.
Haven't done that.
Clean all the guest rooms that
Been
need
there,
cleaning.
done that.
Call Chantal. Introduce myself. Look for clues at the bunkhouse. Get master key.
Check.
Check out the case folder on my desk. Did all that. Oh, this might tell us. This is the Farringdale family who got food poisoning. Should I do like all the people who've checked out? Who aren't here right now? I'll do Derek, South, wait. 418-555-7387 and Carl Jenkins. His number is 312-555-7547.
Contents deleted. Wonder why.
Okay. Green indicates it's safe to go outside. Yellow is caution. Orange indicates danger. Red, do not go outside. Okay, so this tells us about different birds and different fish. There should be a case file apparently up here on my desk. It said. Oh wait, that might have been.
Check.
That was the the one at Nancy's apartment, I think. Okay, I don't think I can go in any other guest rooms without going in everybody's room. Oh, I didn't see these. Rudimentary geology, structural engineering.
Oops, haven't done that.
I haven't been able to like look in the closets because they're locked. Oh, I didn't see this. Well, Volkstaya hates to lose. I expect it to win, and I always did. Knowing your enemy is the surest way to defeat him. I know some of my competitors better than I know myself. How about now?
Can't check that off yet.
I saw that. And I saw the paints on the floor. Yeah, I think I need to like go to the closets. And then there's my room, and then this one doesn't have anybody in it, I don't think. Okay. Let's introduce myself to everybody. 10:36, I'm still good.
Well, hello there. You must be the new maid Ollie told us about. I'm Bill Kessler. This guy's Lou Talbot.
Hey.
What's your name again?
Nancy Drew. Just thought I'd come over and say hello.
Well, Lou here's a grad student. Art major, of all things. You're probably gonna need a jackhammer and some hydrochloric acid to clean his room, eh?
Have you two been at the lodge for a while?
About a week, I guess. I checked in right after he did. We sat down after breakfast one morning and discovered that this fox and geese game is pretty darn fun. I've been whipping his tail ever since.
You didn't just come here to play games, did you?
Heck no. I came for the ice fishing. Of course, knowing there's a renegade wolf running around is kinda dampened my enthusiasm.
Have you seen the wolf?
Just heard it. Every night since I've been here, in fact. Gets creepier each time. They should get rid of it, and the sooner the better. They didn't put up with wolves prowling around this place 40 years ago, and they shouldn't put up with them now.
What are you, Little Red Riding Hood? That wolf's not hurting anybody. People should just leave it alone.
You'll be singing a different tune when it has some
Yeah,
little
they
kid
almost
for
went
breakfast, then
extinct,
has
though.
you for lunch.
Not gonna happen, dude.
Trust me, if something bad can happen, chances are it eventually will, dude. Hey, I know what you can do. Shovel the snow off the skating pond so we can do some speed skating. Lou here thinks he's faster than me.
You're like ancient. Of course I'm faster than you.
You may have youth on your side, my friend, but I've been working construction since before you were born, which means I am more fit now than you will ever be. Get that pond shoveled so we can settle this, okay, kiddo?
Consider it done.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Da, 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 da.
Oh, no.
Are you Yanni Volkstaya?
Forgive my disgust, but I do not like being lied to. Chantal said there would be no more guests to make noise at all hours and disturb my training. Yet what stands before me? A new guest.
No, I'm not a guest. I'm Nancy Drew, the new maid, and the new cook.
Forgive me. Allow me to start over. I am Yanni Volkstaya. I am here to train for the Eastern European Cross-Country Championship. I spend my days doing interval work, drills, and isometric exercises. I follow a strict program, one painstakingly designed by a team of the best coaches in Fredonia. In fact, under no circumstances are you to use your key to let anyone into my room. My competitors are constantly spying on me, trying to steal my techniques.
I understand.
No, what you must understand is this. If anything is missing or so much as out of place in my room, you can expect a visit from me, and it will not be a pleasant one.
Have you ever seen the wolf while you were out training?
No, for which I'm very grateful. In my country, in Fredonia, it is said that the gaze of the wolf will make you go blind.
Really?
They are creatures of infinite evil, and that is all I'm
I
going
wonder
to say on
if
the matter.
Fredonia is a real
I hear that
country.
a major cross-country skiing competition may be held in this area in a couple of years.
This is very true. It will rival the Olympics.
Could that be the real reason you came here to train?
As long as I have to train, why not train in the place where I must eventually put that training to use? As we say in Fredonia, I am simply milking 2 goats with 1 bucket. Besides, my competitors will stop at nothing to defeat me. I am forced to seek out and exploit every possible advantage open to me. I take no pride in some of the things I've done to bring victory to my country, but I have no choice.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
It has been a pleasure.
There's this guy.
Need something?
You look busy. What are you making?
I'm building something that's gonna solve all our problems. A wolf trap. One that'll finish off that thing out there once and for all.
You think the wolf is causing the accidents?
Not a doubt in my mind.
Why?
Everything was A-OK till it showed up and started howling.
It can't
It's bad
cause
luck, and
explosions.
something's protecting it. Something unnatural.
Why do you say that?
Yesterday I went looking for it. I tracked it and finally found it, sitting across the creek, not 20 yards away from me, just staring at me. So I raised my rifle, drew a bead, and fired. Easiest shot I've ever taken in my life. And I missed. So I fired again, and I missed, and then I missed again, and all the while it just sat there staring until finally it just stood up, walked toward the brush just as calm as could be, and disappeared. Wild animals just don't act like that, and I just don't miss like that. There's something real weird about that wolf, and I ain't gonna rest till I get rid of it. So maybe we should just find something else to job out. You met my little girl yet?
No, but you mentioned that her name is Freddie?
Yep. Spends most of her time outside. She built herself a little snow fort. Just sits out there waiting for somebody to go by so she can pick a snowball fight with them. I keep asking her how she manages to stay warm all day, but she won't tell me. Says she's got a secret weapon. Yeah, she's something.
Can you tell me more about the accidents that have been happening around here?
Nope, sure can.
But I kinda need to know.
Chantal and those lawyers of hers said I couldn't talk about them. Supposed to direct all questions to her. Sorry.
How long have you worked for Chantal?
About 1.5 years. I was her first hire, best hire, too. I could run this place single-handed if I had to, just like I'm doing now.
Have you ever been in the guest lodge business before?
I tried my hand at it once. Long story short, didn't work out. But I've learned a whole lot since then. I could make it work now. Just need to find the right property, get my hands on enough cash to make a down payment, that's all.
Does your wife, Freddie's mom, does she live here too?
In the summer she does, but in the winter she goes south. See, she's got this nerve condition that makes her real sensitive to cold. Freddie'd like to go with her, but until Chantal stops putting off giving me that raise she promised me, sending Freddie south too is out of the question.
That's all the questions I had.
If you need anything, just holler.
Okay. So I think there's one more guest that we haven't met yet, but I don't know where they're at. I think we needed to call Chantal.
Hello?
Hi, Chantal. It's Nancy Drew.
You know who's behind the accidents?
Not quite yet.
Oh.
About Tino, I'm not totally comfortable with the idea of consulting with him on this case.
Why not? Two heads are always better than one, and I find him to be very knowledgeable and kinda charming.
If I need any suggestions, I usually call people I, trust.
I insist that if and when you're stumped about something, you ask Tino to help you out.
And
That's
we
what
can't
I'm paying
call
you for.
Ned or
You
Bess or
trust him?
George.
He said that because of what happened on that train, he learned the error of his ways, and he's a better person for it, okay?
Okay.
Good.
I'd like to know more about the accidents. I asked Ollie, but he said you said he wasn't allowed to talk about them.
I didn't mean he couldn't talk about them with you. Ugh. I'll give him a call. As for the accidents, the first thing that happened was the worst. The Faringdale family and Becky the cook all came down with food poisoning and had to be hospitalized. Somehow, the potato salad got contaminated, although Becky swears it wasn't because of anything she did. I cannot tell you how awful it was. All 5 people became violently ill at roughly the same time. But were they all in the same room? Of course not. They were spread out all over the lodge. Poor Elsa was cleaning for days. And louder. Oh my gosh. Anyway, then Carl Jenkins slipped on the stairs outside and broke his leg. Then Lou Talbot's window was broken. Then Elsa the maid's tires were slashed. Then the phone wires were cut. And then... Oh yeah, and then the Southwaites were almost overcome by fumes when gas started leaking into the sauna.
So, who's suing you?
No one yet. But my lawyers are afraid it's just a matter of time and are trying to figure out what preventative measures to take.
Did you know that some photos are missing from the display case in the lobby?
Really? Last I looked, they were all there. I think.
The caption for them says something like, "Young and old have stayed at Icicle Creek Lodge."
I can't remember what they were pictures of, and I sure don't know why they'd be missing.
That bone Trapper Dan found is missing from its case, too.
First the accidents, now someone's stealing from me? Nancy, you've got to find out what's going on there. If you don't, I'll never be able to convince my dad I'm not a loser. Ever.
How come the entries for last year were deleted from the guest register?
They've been deleted?
That's what the computer says. Contents deleted.
Well, I didn't delete them. Freddie.
Ollie's daughter? Has she done other things like that?
No, but you know how kids are these days. Always hacking into computers, programming them to
All of
spread
them.
viruses and steal passwords and blow up the world.
I think that's only in movies. Besides, pretty much all this person had to do was press the delete key.
I still say it was Freddie. Last week, I called that Snow Princess game she's always playing idiotic. I think it hurt her feelings. But she'd just gotten done plastering me with snowballs. What'd she expect me to say? That felt great. Do it again?
The guests that are in the lodge now, did any of them stay here last year?
Let's see. Lou Talbot stayed here last summer, but only very briefly. His car had broken down and he was waiting for a tow truck. Oh, and Yanni, he was here last winter. He and his trainer, they were checking out places to train. They didn't stay long either.
Has anyone talked to you about the World Championship cross-country skiing competition that's going to be held somewhere in this area year after next?
That is something I am not at liberty to discuss.
In other words, the answer is yes.
I didn't say that. Why do you ask?
That would tend to make Icicle Creek Lodge a very desirable piece of real estate, wouldn't it?
If the championship is held nearby, which as far as I know, still hasn't been decided. You think someone's been causing these accidents to run me out of business so they can buy the lodge from me on the cheap?
It's a thought.
And a pretty nasty one at that.
Is it true that you promised Ollie a raise, but you haven't given it to him yet?
He told you that? I can't believe it.
Meaning...
Okay, I mentioned to Ollie once that I thought he maybe deserved a raise, and now every time I turn around, he's all like, "Where's the raise you promised me? Where's the raise you promised me?" Doesn't he realize I have a few other things to think about right now? I swear, sometimes that crabby little whiner drives me nuts.
I'd better get back to work.
One more thing. Ask Yanni if it would be all right if I used his name and picture on the Icicle Creek Lodge website. I mean, when I finally have a website, it would be great publicity, okay?
Sure.
Good. Talk to you soon.
Okay, everybody. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. It looks like we were able to meet almost everyone. I think there's one last person that we need to meet, but I'm not sure where they are at. So, yeah, the first episode is always like exciting because it's a new game, but also a little bit like learning who everybody is, learning the location, like stuff like that. So, um, but I hope you guys had a wonderful time. Have courage and be kind, and we shall see you all next time. Bye.